it seems like every single picture or video I make, I'm a different complexion. I am not this light skin at all. Okay, I know I've been in for a long time. We just got through the winter. We've been quarantining, but I still got my nice chocolatey complexion, but I got the light right here so you guys can see me, so you can see me as I speak to you. So I know that I've heard it, oh, she wants to act holier than thou. I think that that's kind of what this whole thing is about, like this idea, this notion that like I'm so holier than thou and I'm so self-righteous and pure and all these things. Well, yes, I'm very righteous and yes, I'm pretty pure, but I'm not holier than thou. Trust me, like I'm one of those people that you can keep it so real with me. You could tell me the wildest thing and I'm not somebody who will, one, ever share that information with anybody else because I think that that's lame. And two, I probably wouldn't judge you. I bartended for 11 years, so I've heard everything under the sun. And frankly, with my family, some of them are high achievers. I received a lot of shame in my life for my career path, for choosing to work in the restaurant industry. So I know what it's like to be judged and all of those things. I swear I'm not holier than thou. However, I consider myself wise, and I'm definitely not a know-it-all. There's a lot of things that I don't know. I learn new things every single day. Like I've been looking on YouTube on how to like make candles and make soap, like gardening, those type of things interest me a lot more now than they used to, and I wasn't always the person that I am. I've evolved tremendously. And I think Most High, I'm so grateful for this evolution because you don't value being on the other side until you've gone through, you know, the rain, you've gone through the hurt, you've gone through the pain. But this video is about the law of cause and effect, and I do not know, like I said, everything, but I do know that you do reap what you sow, and that's something that's inescapable. And this isn't something that's coming from me or my personal opinion. This is a law. This is a spiritual law which really takes precedence over man-made law. And this is something, like I said, you can't flee it. Oftentimes you hear people talk about the notion of personal responsibility, but when it comes to getting their consequences and the repercussions for their actions, they look for every way to run from it and escape it. And when like people call me arrogant all day, I don't feel like I'm arrogant. I'm aware of my talent. I'm aware of my skills. I'm aware of the gifts that I've been given. And I feel like the gifts that I've been given, there's really no greater gratitude to the Most High for giving me these gifts than to work on my craft and to perfect my craft and to acknowledge my craft. To me being my best is worship. That's me treating my body as a temple. That's literally worshiping God. That's literally worship, because we have only one mind. We have only one body. And so being good to yourself, being kind to yourself, appreciating yourself, having high self-esteem, and having high value is literally worship. Because you're telling God, I am grateful for everything that you've given me. I'm not just going to sit on my talents. I'm going to use my talents. I'm not just going to, I have one body. I'm not going to be putting trash in it. You gave me this one body. Thank you for allowing me to be able to breathe and allowing me to be able to walk and allowing me to be able to dance and giving me all of these talents. My ultimate worship is showing you by taking care of myself and by maximizing my potential. That's worship to me. So I know that, people will say I have an ego or I'm arrogant or whatever. I don't see it that way. I believe that I've been humbled, and humility is with so many things that I've been through being able to identify that anybody can go through these things, and literally anybody can be up here one day and down there the next. You know, look at our country right now. Look at what we're going through globally. You could be down here one day and up here the next. I recognize that. I identify with that. So that's not my character. That's not my personality. I don't look down on anybody. I guess if I do, it is righteousness. You know, I don't look down on people who are going through things, but I have a hard time dealing with people who display such lack of consciousness, such they're so destructive to humanity, and they cause more harm than they do good. I still have a hard time processing that. So I guess if I am judgmental in any way, it's really extended to those types of people. For example, my last work situation, I was working extremely hard at this restaurant, and I was hired as a bartender. I did not bartend, but I was dealing with extraordinarily arrogant management, and they would just chastise me and condescend me all the time, all the time, all the time. But I'm no victim, and I'm not bullied either. I don't get bullied. I'm not a victim. I'm a victor. My last name is Faiz. That means victory. Anyways, make a long story short, I just did what I was supposed to do. You know, everybody, they would always give me like a lot of just like bizarre situations, like not really expecting for me to handle it so gracefully. I would deal with like parties of 10, 14 people. Whenever they would, you know, have people come in, and these people were like the people that nobody wanted to take care of, they would give them to me. For example, I had like a big group of Trumpers. They all had a Trump t-shirt on, and they were all pro-life. And they literally, everybody was watching to see like how I would take care of them. Well, my background is hospitality. You, regardless of your political affiliation, are going to get treated like with respect and gold. From a professional standpoint. Now, personally, I have my views, I have my opinions, but there's a separation between work and your personality. Me, I'm free-spirited, I'm eccentric, I'm an oddball, I'm all over the place when it comes to my personality. I'm always dancing, creating music, etc. When it comes to me professionally, it's a whole different ballgame. So, I got treated like crap at this place, and my checks ended up bouncing. Like, like my Christmas check, I went to, you know, cash it, and I couldn't deposit it, I couldn't cash it. So me and my son like ended up, it was a bad situation. I resigned, last check bounced. I was like sexually harassed at this place. It was just a nightmare, and there was really no justice at that time. And so with this circumstance, would I say that I would be mad if these people were no longer able to operate? I can't say that, because they treated their people so poorly. So I'm gonna expand on this, and I want to keep my IG videos under 10 minutes, but let me expand on this. I'm about to go in about the law of cause and effect. See you in a minute.